What's up, and welcome to another episode 4 of Front Porch with David. And I'm doing the TikTok live again, trying to get my streaming up. I see all these people streaming with some boring stuff, and I'm like, look, I got boring stuff. Maybe people will want to watch it. I don't know. It doesn't appear they do because I ain't got any following yet, but you got to start somewhere. I mean, I'm just a simple man, and that's what I am. On this one, look, do y'all remember? I don't know how old you are, but myself, I'm 48, 47. Yeah, 47. And in October 14th, 1987, an 18-month-old Jessica McClure fell into an 8-inch, 22-foot deep well. Baby Jessica. Hopefully you all remember that. I know I do. It was a big deal. It was all over the news. You couldn't turn around anywhere back in the days for the 58 hours, I think it was, she was in there. It was a huge ordeal, and even Reagan came out and posted about it, was like, "Look, we all are godparents, godfathers, and godmothers to baby Jessica." It was a big ordeal, okay? It was huge, and every now and then, I'll find myself thinking, all those stories that took place in the '80s and the nostalgia kicks in, I wonder what happened to baby Jessica. Well, turns out baby Jessica is not baby Jessica anymore. Baby Jessica is now 40 years old, Jessica Morales, and she just got arrested for domestic violence. Uh, Arrested for domestic abuse causing bodily harm. Baby Jessica, what? It is not funny. Domestic violence is not funny. But if you follow it, somebody posted from the whale to the cell, and that was a good one. I'll give her that. Yes, it is a Coors beer hat. Trogar, I don't know. Yes, it is. It's my wife got me this. Very proud of it. Sorry. TikTok's popping off. Okay. I gotta get on it. Um, Baby Jessica be tripping. I'm just saying, after you survive a whale fall, you think you'd be so grateful and love life and all that. Which she was 18 months old. Thankfully, she says she does not remember it. She ended up getting gangrene. She was in there all cockeyed with a leg above her. And the sad part is not sad, it was actually a sweet thing. They didn't know if she was alive or not, because how would you? You'd think that long in a whale trap. But she was singing Winnie the Pooh, and that's how they kept knowing she was alive. They had to dig down in there, go into the edges, and just go in and rescue the baby. It was a huge ordeal. It was big. And now she's out there just beating on her husband. We haven't heard what the husband did yet. I mean, let's be honest. It might be the husband's fault. And you're like, David, that's not fair. That's sexist to think that if it's the other way around, of course it's bad. I don't know. That's just me. But we need to know what the husband did in order to get that. But very sad situation. I'm upset by it, but it is funny. You just think back, what happened to those people? And she also, there was a trust fund that was founded for her because it was a huge deal. It was, everybody felt sad. And this was before GoFundMe and all that. But I guess they were able to get donations in the neighborhood of like $1.5 million, which, in today's standards, you ain't everybody seems to get $1.5 million. Good grief. On a GoFundMe, it pops up off in the middle of the night. But back then, $1.5 million was a huge deal. Fortunately, it looks as if she lost most of it during the financial crisis in 2008. Very, very sad. That's tough. And so it might have been a hard life. She also got her toe amputated from gangrene. Look, she's had a rough go at it. Okay. You start out your life in a whale, basically, and now you beating up your husband. It's a rough one, but I only wish the best for baby Jessica. But seeing the baby Jessica story come out about her getting arrested made me think back to the story itself. And also, one of the reasons that I'm most familiar with it is because of Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror video. That great song, phenomenal song. I dare put it up as one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. Great song. The video of her coming out and the guy holding her and rushing her to the ambulance, that was part of the Man in the Mirror video. And as a guy who loved that video, that made me further know it, Baby Jessica. But that was what popped in my head. And then I got to thinking about the movie that's coming out, I think April 24th, this year, the Michael Jackson Michael biopic. And there's some arguments amongst the family and all that, but I don't know. How about you? I'm a little torn. Because as a guy grew up in the '80s, Michael Jackson was next level. I can't explain. It was like Taylor Swift if she was even more popular. That's how popular Michael Jackson is. No knock on Taylor Swift because she is the big dog, but Michael Jackson was it. He was the 80s. I can't explain how big of a superstar, megastar he was. It's immeasurable how popular he was. And I myself, even as a little white dude, everybody I know was out there trying to moonwalk and especially trying to do the smooth criminal, which come to find out was a little thing where you had something in your heels. I really thought for a minute that he was out there doing the lean. Upset me when I found out it wasn't, but everybody tried it. Smooth Criminal, everything. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. Who wasn't? A, a few that weren't ended up coming out with some issues with him, obviously. When the first stuff came out with the Michael Jackson about, we all know what it's about. I ain't even got to say it, but all the sexual predator stuff. Heartbroken. Heartbroken to the umpteenth degree. It was very sad, very depressing because you're talking about a megastar, an idol in a lot of folks' eyes. Who didn't? Everybody looked up to Michael. And if you were any kind of entertainment, and as a kid, you're like, man, this guy just really loves kids. Well, we all know the stories that came out subsequently after that. I'm torn. How do you feel? I want to see the movie because it's a piece of nostalgia for me. It's what I love that era. I cannot say that I don't listen to Michael Jackson music still. I do, even though what happened and what he did goes against every fiber of my being. I'm so torn. I just don't know what to do. Are you going to watch this knowing what happened? You're like, well, we don't know for sure. We know. Okay. We know there was some shady stuff. I'm not saying all of it is right. All of it, I mean, none of it's right. All of it is true of the issues that have came out, but something's true. He did something bad. I'm sorry. He did. If you watch the Leaving Neverland documentary that they did on HBO Max or HBO at the time, heartbreaking stuff. I don't know how else to put it. It hurts my feelings for that because you want so much to be a fan of Michael Jackson and just think, did he do a lot of good? Yeah, I bet he did. He did a lot of helping kids, but he did a lot of bad. And the bad he did, really bad. Okay. Not great at all. Um, but I'm torn. Will I go watch the movie? I won't go in theaters. I mean, probably just because I don't go to theaters anyways, and I have, 3 boys, so if I go, hell, I'm looking at $150 just to walk into the damn theater. God bless us if we wanna get damn popcorn or drinks. Why is everything so damn expensive at theaters nowadays? I understand that they don't make the money off the movie necessarily. They make movie off concessions, but y'all gotta get all of it? All the money? I mean, good gosh, unreal. That's another episode about movie prices and prices going up, but I don't know. Are you gonna watch it? TikTok, if you're listening, are you gonna watch it? I'm gonna watch it at home probably. I may even rent it at home instead of having to wait for it to come out because I'm excited. I love it. I love Michael Jackson music. I love all his video. Listen, I watched Moonwalker. I think that was the name of his movie he put out. Looking back, pretty stupid, pretty dumb, but I loved it. It was awesome. Had him dressed up as a rabbit going around. Made no sense. But has enough time passed and enough bad come out that we're able to go watch and listen to Michael Jackson music and watch it? I don't know. I don't know if they are or not, but are you gonna watch it? I have to admit that I am, even though I'm torn. It's just upsetting. Speaking of torn, that leads me to Trump. We gotta talk Trump. It's it's a given. I've voted for Trump. I'm a Republican. I'm not ashamed of it. And Trump came out and depicted himself as a doctor healing the nation. We all know he was putting it up like he's Jesus. All right. And everybody's coming out saying that's blasphemy. And it is. I don't like it. I don't care for it. And he's coming out. Anybody that comes against him, he's going against. He tried to tell us it's a doctor, knowing damn well he was not putting that up as a doctor. But he's trying to go up against anybody that says anything about it. He's obviously going against Tucker Carlson. Megyn Kelly and Marjorie Taylor Greene, calling them low IQ. Now, look, you may not like Tucker Carlson, you may not like Megyn Kelly, but calling them low IQ, come on now, that's ridiculous. And I even called him out when he talked about Robert De Niro being a bad actor. I don't like Robert De Niro's political stances, but a bad actor? Have you seen Casino? Is all I'm asking. Any of the movies he's been in, Goodfellas, name it. The list goes on. Raging Bull. There's a few that I may not like, but it ain't got nothing to do with his acting. The man can act. He's a little kooky. He's a little crazy. He's been in Hollywood for a gazillion years. Of course he's gonna be a little crazy. But a bad actor? No, he ain't no bad actor. And Megyn Kelly's not low IQ. Riley Gaines came out against the picture of showing him as a doctor slash Jesus, and he came out against her, saying he don't listen to Riley Gaines. I'm not a big fan, actually. Well, you were when you brought her up to help get votes, and everybody's coming out saying like, "Hey, we told you. We told you how it is. We knew this. We knew 100% this is Trump. If you go against him on anything, he's going to go against you. But I'm still willing to put up with it. All right, based on the alternative. I give the Democrats credit in the fact that they're no matter what, they ride or die. I can appreciate that. You know, they coming out now saying, "Didn't you know this? Look at this." Y'all acted like Joe Biden was just fit as a fiddle. Okay, we all knew what was going on, but nobody dare criticize him. At least we have members on our side of the party criticizing Trump. We knew what was going to happen. I love the fact that we're able to criticize the guys we vote for. I think that's how it should be. Like I said before, I don't really criticize. I do criticize, but I expect you to do things I don't like when you're the other party. I want my guys to do things that I voted for. And right now he's doing things I don't like. And I feel like I'm good by calling him out. That doesn't mean I have to go full stock and barrel and just throw in the 25th Amendment to get him out. If the 25th Amendment wasn't done with Biden, it damn sure ain't gonna be done with Trump. Anytime the 25th Amendment has been useless at this point. Y'all know Biden couldn't even speak. Y'all know Biden was up there taking questions and was reading off the questions like this, and then I mean, damn near reading out the answers. If you had to handpick who answers questions and all that, then that is what the 25th Amendment should be for. Not because somebody's going against somebody or saying they don't like somebody because they're low IQ and all that. If the 25th Amendment wasn't used on Biden, you can't use it on Trump, is all I'm saying. I mean, but I love the fact that Republicans can have a little argument. Now, is it good politically? No, it's really bad politically, to be honest with you, that we're able to have disagreements and arguments amongst our party. It's not good politically. I hate that it's not good politically because I think it's a good thing overall. I don't have to agree with every single thing that my side is doing, nor should I. I shouldn't be blindly following something or agreeing with something just because the president said it. I'm here for Trump. I've supported him 3 different times, but it's more or less I'm trying to support the Republicans. The conservative message is what I'm here for. And I'm a whole lot more Republican than I am MAGA. But that's what's great about this country. That's what's great about the party is that we can have fighting in between. I don't have to agree with everything Megyn Kelly says to watch a show. Heck, I don't agree with half of the shows I watch politically of the actors or actresses that are on the show. I can't, I dare to venture which ones I do agree with, but I still watch them. It's okay to not agree with everything. I don't agree with this war, but I still support the president. I support the troops in it. I can have my voice, my opinion. That does not mean that I'm automatically a liberal. And if you're a liberal, you can be for the getting rid of Iran. That doesn't mean you're automatically a MAGA. They're quick to throw out the labels on the extreme left or extreme right. Anytime you're against something, oh, you're not a Democrat, you're a liberal. If you're on the right, you're not a Republican, you're a MAGA. If you find yourself more in the middle on either side, you ain't got to, you can still lean your way, but find yourself in the middle. That's the sweet spot to me. All right. If you have wondered where I stand on this, that's where it is. I like that we can actually fight and argue. Do I like that he goes out and calls everybody names that immediately goes full bore to one side and calls out Megyn Kelly, calling her low IQ, calls out um, Tucker Carlson, low IQ, and all that. No, I don't like that. Do I like that he's putting up pictures of himself as a doctor slash Jesus and saying he's healing the nation? I don't like that at all. 0%. But stop coming at me saying, "No, we tried to tell you." I knew this. We all knew this. You act like we don't have eyes. We knew how this was going to go. Just because we cast our vote for him doesn't mean we're going to agree with everything he does. And that doesn't mean that we're going to go, well, in that case, we got to swing Democrat. No, that's not the case. John Fetterman, I love his point of it. Like, who would have thunk that John Fetterman a couple years ago would be the brightest light that the Democrats seem to have? If you ask them, he's trying to become a Republican. No, I just think he has common sense. Shout out Common Sense Superheroes podcast with Greg Miller, coming back as soon as he gets off of vacation again. I think he has common sense. He's able to look at both sides of it. He can be for this or against that. That doesn't mean you got to go full bore. Pressing that that's the world we live in. If you disagree or agree with one certain person, then you automatically will get kicked out of the other party. I don't like that. We can't have a third party. That's unfortunately not going to happen. But I'm for the party of, hey, I can like this. That doesn't mean I have to like this on this far left. This may be political suicide, but I'm not scared of doing political suicide because I ain't running for office. Abortion. I'm not for abortion, but I'm not against it in certain circumstances. If it's a life or death situation or anything like that, or a rape, something like that, who am I? I'm definitely not going to be against that. As a form of birth control, yes, I am against that. But for those issues, I shouldn't have went down this deep road. Should have kept this somewhat light, but can't help it. My point was that I don't go full bore one way or the other. I have my own issues. I believe what I believe. If you want to kick me out of the Republican Party or kick me out of the Democratic Party meetings, whatever, I don't care. I don't mind. I have my opinion. I have my thoughts, and everybody should have that. That doesn't mean one way or the other you're a hateful person. Eh, it doesn't mean I'm full left wing. That doesn't mean I'm full right wing. Have your own views. Use common sense when it comes to these issues. You don't have to agree with everything. Don't blindly follow. And I find myself loving the fact that we can fight within our own party. But the Democrats, I got to give them credit politically that they're able to just blindly follow somebody, because you don't act like y'all didn't blindly follow anything that Biden said, even when the issues were bad. Gas prices, spoiler alert, a little higher under Biden. Didn't hear much talk about it. Inflation rates, super high under Biden. Didn't hear them talk about it now. Now we're acting like we can't even go to the store all of a sudden, even though gas prices are way cheaper than they were under Biden. Groceries are cheaper than they were under Biden. But you try to tell me now, like, oh, we're just struggling so much, I can't even hardly breathe. Had breath back then. All right. Don't give me this poor B party. I understand. Times are hard. Lord knows I ain't making money now, hand over fist. Not yet, anyways. But if you subscribe and click the little button and throw some change, maybe I will. I don't know. But this poor, pitiful country that we live in now, if you ask the ones on the left, it's not as bad as it was. The same argument that you're making, people on the right were making under Biden. And it was a bigger scenario then. It was higher prices, higher gas prices then overall. And we were making a big deal. And you're like, wow, that's just, you're just trying to find stuff to talk about. Well, yeah. So don't be surprised when we look at you stupidly like you looked at us stupidly. We were trying to tell you back then that things were tough, and you're like, no, it's not. And then now the tables have turned, and we're supposed to just act like we just switch roles. I got me rambling now, but that's it. Go look at Baby Jessica video. Watch Man in the Mirror video. Think of Baby Jessica. Try to watch the Man in the Mirror video and not think of the horrible atrocities that Michael Jackson did with kids. Depressing. Leaving Neverland, hard to watch. Very hard to watch. So I can't even recommend it because it is depressing, sad, and it's going to make you not want to go watch the new Michael biopic that's coming out April 24th. Might have to. Look, I watched the Hitler documentaries. That don't mean I'm praising them. but I've seen it. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'll look at it that way. I'll watch Schindler's List. Maybe I'll look at it as a survivor's deal. I don't know if they're gonna deal with the whole issues that happen, but they should. If the whole movie goes along and there's not a mention of the issues that came up, then you're not making a real movie. You just can't leave that part out. So unfortunately, they may have to cover it. It's gonna be sad, but they're gonna have to. Pepsi. Can you believe Michael Jackson burned his hair with Pepsi? That's what quote unquote started his drug issues. It's wild. It was not a funny video to watch him catch his hair on fire. Not a funny video. But if you go watch it, you can't not somewhat laugh on it. Just say, man's hair goes up with pyro. It's pretty funny. But I did love Michael. Can't say I love him now. I appreciate his talent. Most talented, most gifted musician of all time, but can't like him. You ever heard him talk when he's not doing his little voice? He actually got somewhat of a deep voice. It's wild. That is wild. It's like when you hear the Larry the Cable Guy talk normal. You're like, hold on a second. Y'all been fooling me this whole time. Yeah. I mean, this nasally, weird, cranky voice, this can't change. I've tried to sound more proper. It's not gonna happen. This is what you get. Anyways, episode 4 of Front Porch with David. I almost said Common Sense Superheroes. Front Porch with David. That's it. Appreciate it. Listen, subscribe. Go to my YouTube. Go to TikTok. Follow me. Whatever. If you got any questions, I'll answer. I ain't scared to talk about anything. I don't have any fear because I ain't got no following. Turns out when you ain't got no following, you don't care what you say. What are you gonna do? Lose 8 followers? I'm down to 7. So I don't mind. But I have my own mind. I speak my own mind. I have my own beliefs. Don't be believing somebody. Just don't have beliefs because somebody else does. Have your own beliefs. I can't fault anyone, whether I agree with their beliefs or not. If that's their true belief, then kudos to you. But I'm gonna turn off the thing now, and I'm gonna talk to some TikTok live folks. But that's it. Episode 4, Common Sense Superheroes in the Books. Up, Front Porch with David. Damn it, did it again. But till next time, appreciate it. Thanks.